Good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there and all of the mothers that aren't really birth mothers, but mothers just, if you're mothering someone, you're a mother. So happy Mother's Day. Um, Welcome to our Sunday edition of our leadership call. My name is Miriam Kareem, and I just am super excited to have you all here. Our teacher tonight is Coach Will Zanders, as always. But first, I have a quick trip to the newbie corner for you guys. So early this week, I got a good lesson in posture and having posture and making sure that whenever I'm talking to someone, that I am exuding that proper posture, a posture that you should have when you are out prospecting. So I messaged someone that had followed me on Facebook, and I noticed that they were in the Green Organics group, the testimonials group. So I said, "Oh, okay, well, they're following me." So I just say, "Hey, thanks for following me." Sent them the script, but I think I asked first, what can you tell me how you got in the group? And she was like, "Well, what group is it? Send me the link." So I sent her the link to the group, and she said, "Oh yeah, I'm in a lot of groups." So she never answered any of my questions. um she got rude. And then when I looked on her profile, she had her link for her link tree and a few unmentionable network marketing companies, a few. And so, as we got kind of in the conversation, I messaged Coach Sonic. He was, basically kind of coaching me on this one, because sometimes you kind of want to know what to say. And that's a good tip, to make sure you check with your support, um, your not support, but your support team, your support person, and ask them, "Hey, is this going along the way it should go?" And this, like I said, the lady was rude. She even told me I was a baby in network marketing, because she had 40 years, asking me if I had a downline, how many people in my downline. I didn't tell her, any of that. But it just was interesting to me, because I'm like, okay, if you are all that, if you have 40 years in network marketing, you are, I'm above you, then you should have the wherewithal not to be in some of those companies that I saw on your link tree. I'm just saying. And if you've got that many, so have posture, believe in yourself, believe in your company, believe in your brand and what you are doing, so that as Coach Will always says, nobody talks to him like that. I'm getting to that point. I want to get to that point. So I have to make sure that I'm very confident when I'm talking to people, that I'm not doubting myself, because they can pick up on any little thing. So that being said, I'd like to introduce you all to our teacher tonight, Coach Will Zanders. He is a multiple seven-figure earner in the network marketing world, and a seven-figure earner with the Green Organic Companies, and our first six-figure earner over at G.O.L.D. An amazing teacher, always has great information to help you build your business. So, Coach Will Zanders, are you available, sir?
Miriam, I am. Thank you for that kind introduction. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
All right, fantastic. And thank you so much for that trip to the newbie corner. I love it. That is probably my favorite part of the calls, because the stuff I train on, I already know what that is. So I don't really care about that. But the stuff that you share is always insightful. And that story you just told reminded me of a gentleman who I sponsor here at HBN. He's no longer with us. This is back in 2019, maybe 2020. And he had been involved in network marketing companies longer than I have been alive. So over 50 years, he's been in network marketing companies. He was an older gentleman, and he had that energy for a minute when we first started. And I wasn't sure why, but he didn't know me too well from the industry, I guess. And what I learned from that individual, a couple of great lessons. Lesson number one, posture is the vehicle to everything. And you got to have the posture you have right now. You got to have that way before the results get there, and that'll get you the results. So I've had the same posture. And a quick posture tip for most people is take something that you are confident in apart from network marketing. Let that confidence bleed over into your network marketing confidence, and you will have higher posture in network marketing on your way to get the results that give you higher posture because you have something else in your life you're really good at. Like I used to always draw on the fact that I'm a black belt world champion martial artist, and that has nothing to do with network marketing. But to me, I've always been a very confident individual for that reason. So just draw on different experiences in your life, whatever they may be. I don't care if it's world-class knitting. It doesn't matter what it is, but whatever it is, let the law of transferred confidence empower you. If Coach Charlotte, she's a retired first sergeant from the military, and anybody who knows her, even if you knew her way before HBN, because we were all in another company together, she was always confident. But it's because she accomplished some stuff in other parts of her life. So it's really just about people looking at their story, looking what people's been through, and things that you've accomplished in life that have nothing to do with network marketing, that are really just special and unique to you, even if nobody else cares about it. That's not what you tell people about. But when you're thinking about that in that energy, you are going to have that posture. But that's a great story. And the last thing I'll tell you about that story is I was talking to a mentor of mine named Rolf Kipp. And Rolf is a great network marketer. He is from Germany. He builds in Germany, but his company was in the US. So when he first started building, it was very, very difficult because he didn't speak English. He spoke German. The company was only in America. And it took him 6 years, if not longer, to really translate everything from America. This is before the internet. So but the internet was out, but before Google and translate and all of that, he had to learn enough English because he loved the products with his company so much back then that he had to translate everything to German, recruiting. There was no support. Products took 1,000,000 years to get there, all of this type of stuff. There was no Google or Amazon, and things weren't fast. He stuck it out. He was with his company at the time. I met him over 15 to 20 years. He's still with the same company today. And he was one of the only network marketers in the world to ever make a verified $1,000,000 a month. And I remember the month when he hit it. There's a video out there somewhere on the internet when he first hit $1,000,000 a month. And one of the things he told me is 6 words, and these 6 words will give you as much posture as you need in any situation. These 6 words are very important. And he said this: some people ain't gonna make it. That's it. Some people ain't gonna make it. I don't know how to put it to them. Some people ain't gonna make it. If somebody's been in network marketing 40 years and they got 87 different companies and no books, no accolades, no plaques, I mean, just talking crazy on the internet, that person has not been in network marketing 40 years. They have been in network marketing and had one bad year and repeated it 40 times. I promise you, if you look at any 1 year cycle, 2 year cycle of that person's career, no disrespect to them, they got to do whatever made them happy. They joined the company, left the company, followed a leader to another company, left the company, company closed, joined another company, left the company, followed a leader to another company, joined another company. And the worst thing is to have 97 different auto ships for 97 different companies. That just doesn't make any sense. You'll do better having 1 or 2 or 3 auto ships for companies that you really, really like their product, but you don't want to work with them, but they have a proprietary product. That's very respectable and no problem at all. If you love products, we all love products. But that particular individual, I'm glad you spotted it out. I'm glad you didn't waste a lot of time there. And it's moving on, because there's nothing harder to watch than people who are, if they've been network marketing 40 years, this particular individual is not a spring chicken. And it is hard to watch people who are not spring chickens get closer to the, God got a time to call everybody home. And there's nothing worse for me to see 70, 80 and up year people that just still haven't figured it out, and look at us like we don't know what we're talking about, but we have the track record of success, or we're on a proven track record of success and making progress, and it's still not clicking. So what's those 6 words? Everybody put in the chat, make sure you heard it. Some people ain't gonna make it. Just put that in the chat. I want to make sure that you got it, because that's going to save you so much time, money, energy, and effort trying to chase down the wrong people or deal with the wrong people. And when you say some people ain't gonna make it, some people gonna quit the team, that's cool. They might make it somewhere else. But there are other people legitimately, and I feel like this particular person talking to Miriam, one of them people. Yeah, Miriam, this ain't her year, boo. She ain't gonna make it this year. I don't know how to break it to you. She is not gonna make it. But you're not Florence Nightingale. We can't save everybody, right? So thank y'all so much for that incredible newbie corner. Let's dive into it. Y'all show Coach Miriam some love in the chat. She is making the magic happen. Happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers on the call and our teams, and even our, those of you mothers who've gone on to heaven. We love our mothers, and not one person would be here without a mother. That just the world don't work that way. So shout out to all the moms, and no matter what you have going on with your mom, love them, hate them, whatever that is. If they're still alive, call them or send them a text message or email. Just let them know that you're grateful for them bringing you here, if nothing else. So show them some love to the best of your abilities. Tomorrow, little housekeeping right quick. Tomorrow, 5:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be live in the customer group uh, doing some training on product on the new Go Designer kit. So that's going to be fun. That's tomorrow at 5:15, Facebook Live in the customer group. So be ready to tag some folks and get some orders. That's going to be fun. Nashville venue, hopefully they'll get back to me. 99.99%. I heard back from last week. Tuesday or Sunday at the latest, I'll have the announcement for you. So thank everybody for your patience with that. The event is going to be September the 12th to the 14th. So you got plenty of time, but we're trying to get the venue done a little bit earlier this time. So we'll see. Tomorrow, Coach Marcus, Monday Night Testimonials. Please do not miss that. It is absolutely one of the most phenomenal calls of the week by far. Highly recommend you check that one out. And then on Tuesday, the training Tuesday night on my particular call will be, this is the title of it, 25 of the most brutally honest network marketing quotes you may have never heard. So it's going to be a good one. We're going to be giving you just some wisdom that don't come. It's not from me, it's from other coaches and trainers and business people, but you're going to really get a lot of value out of Tuesday night call. It's going to be brutally honest MLM quotes. It's going to be a good one. All right, so let's dive into the training. Let's do just a little bit. Somebody requested this earlier today, and it was a challenge, but I think we got it done. They wanted to do some Mother's Day based network marketing training. I had never heard of such a thing, but we are going to start off the call with that and try to get through it quick. And it's really presented in honor of Mother's Day because mothers are the nurturers, the builders. Mothers are the birthers of vision in their children and things of that nature. And we're going to do a couple of verses to cover that, and we're going to cover some other spiritual texts as well. So it'll be fun. But this is what I could come up with on short notice. So hopefully the people who requested it enjoy it. We're talking about Eve, and everybody know Eve, the mother of creation, in the Bible, and understanding Eve, she had no mentor. There were no other women around. It was God and another dude. Like, think about that. There was no woman to teach her how to be a mother. She had no upline. There was no support group, and she still birthed the entirety of the human race. And sometimes when you're the first person in your family, in your team, or in your city, you're the foundation for what you're building. So sometimes you don't even need a blueprint. Mothers have this intuitive ability to just figure it out. MJ says it all the time. Everything is figure outable. And that's just what it is. So even if you have no mentor, no upline, no support group, the first mother of all time, Eve, didn't have none of that and still made it out pretty well. And you can do the same thing. Okay, you don't need a blueprint all the time. You need courage, and you need consistency, and you got to have a vision of what you're trying to do. And there's another verse, and this is Sarah. Now, for people who don't know Sarah from the Bible, this was Abraham's wife, and Sarah didn't have no kids for a long time. All right, long time. God promised her and Abraham children, but zero. And they were getting a little bit impatient, but eventually it came, and Sarah had a child. And what did we really learn from that? We learned that leadership lesson is sometimes you have to have the ability to lead through delay. Okay, because Sarah taught us that a slow start is not a denied destiny. Okay, sometimes your team takes time. Sometimes you're the one who takes time. You're working on yourself. You got to keep believing. Delay is not disqualification. Delay is not even denial. Delay is just what it is, taking longer than you want it to, but it still comes. Okay, so the consistency in the belief is going to unlock the multiplication. So if you have late bloomers in your team, or if you're a late bloomer, don't disqualify them. You mentor them, and you look at that as an opportunity to teach and coach. Okay. Now, this next one is going to come from the Quran. This is from Surah Al-Kahf 46. Okay, this one is fun. I read this one earlier, and it really just resonated with me. Okay, from a motherhood parental standpoint, it says, We have enjoined upon man to be kind to his parents. His mother carried him with hardship and gave birth to him with hardship. Now think about that. As leaders, okay? True leadership carries weight. True leadership sometimes has hardship attached to it to give birth to an organization. It's not always super easy, like a mother carrying a child. The leaders are often going to bear the unseen burdens of the team that people don't know. They have no idea how many phone calls or conversations Coach me and Marcus and other leaders have about people who ain't got it, struggling with this, struggling. We don't talk about it on calls, obviously, but there are certain things we do for individuals and teams and people that nobody ever sees. And all of you are going to have to grow into that level of service. Okay. Sacrifice is part of legacy. Don't let nobody take advantage of you, obviously, but sacrifice is part of legacy, as all mothers know. Fathers do have no pain giving birth to children at all. Who got the easy job? Let's be frank. But mothers, they get it. And that's why it says in the Quran, his mothers carry children with hardship. They carry them, and it's difficult. And then giving birth to them is also a process. Okay. It's the same thing with your team. And you can learn that lesson from mothers. If you want duplication, embrace the discomfort. It's part of what it is. All you moms know that in a way that us dads can never understand. That's the womb of greatness. The womb of greatness is what I'm saying. Your growth is going to cost you. But just like a mother sacrifices her strength to give birth to life, are you willing to go through the pain for a team that's going to end up being bigger than you? I don't know. Maybe. But you got to answer that question for yourself. Okay. Let's do one or two more. And we'll wrap it up and move on. But this is I like this a lot more than I thought. Thank you, moms, for bringing this idea. Okay. And so the next mom we'll talk about is from the book of Exodus, and that's going to be Moses's mom. A lot of people don't even know Moses's mom's name, but everybody know Moses. And Moses's mother's name was Jochebed. Okay. Now, Jochebed had Moses and then hid him for 3 months and then took him and she put him by the Pharaoh. I mean, to go into the palace and everything. Everybody knows the story. Here's the point. Protect what you're building. Okay. Moses' mother strategically positioned her son where the opportunity was. She trained Moses in her home for several months or years, but then she released him into the palace. And this is important because you know how hard it is for a mother to put their child somewhere where they're not going to be? Well, Will, what's the network marketing lesson with that? Great leaders are going to raise successors and want the leaders that we train to become great and greater than us. And sometimes you're going to have to release people to be great on their own, even if it's not here. Sometimes you just got to be okay with that. And you still wish and want the best for them the same way a mother would with a child. Great leaders are going to train everybody who wants to become a leader at their company. That is your legacy. But you have to love and launch them into greatness apart from you. So protect your builders in the early stages. If they get distracted with a company that's stupid and you know the company's stupid, okay. If they get distracted with something that's not stupid, do your research and let them know, hey, this may be a better fit for you. It doesn't seem like you're happy here. And gallivant on, but release them into their calling with confidence. Don't worry about them not being with you or what. Give them the best you got while they're here and protect your builders in the early stages like a good mother would. Okay, so they got a ton more that we could go into there. But are y'all getting the point about the motherhood standpoint? And that's just a couple examples. I could give you 20 more. We just don't have time for that. But just understand that if today, like no other day of the year, you'll understand how important motherhood is. And even those of us like men and other ladies who aren't mothers, we all have mothers or had a mother at some point. And so that particular aspect of it, you can understand in most scenarios that unconditional love and appreciation. Bring a little bit of that to your business. Some of that unconditional love and appreciation, even when it's not reciprocated, and it'll take you a lot farther than you think. Okay, so let's see. That being said, we got announcements in the chat. Did I miss something? We got to see a lot of congrats. I don't know for what. What am I missing? Not sure what it is, but congratulations in the chat. Not sure why, but congratulations. I just see congrats. Okay, congratulations. Love it. Excited. All right. So let's dive into the training for the night, ladies and gentlemen. And we are going to be doing just a quick overview. Terry, congratulations, Terry Hill on platinum. Congratulations, Terry. Let's keep pushing, buddy. Keep pushing. We'll see you at Diamond. Fingers crossed, and we'll see you in Nashville. So Coach Marcus has been doing an incredible job of teaching on the BEST system. And BEST is, of course, going to be an acronym. And BEST is standing for the daily operating system of the top 1%. okay? Because this particular type of system can be used and fit into any type of building or marketing style that you like, because it's always going to start off with the letter B. You got to buy smart. Okay, the auto ship is the asset. If you have no auto ship, you have no foundation. Okay, predictable wealth is going to build with predictable volume. You need to be able to predict that. So I want you to think about this: the first of the month, and to a lesser degree, the 15th of the month. Because when I'm sponsoring somebody, I'm letting them know, hey, first of the 15th, that's when the auto ships are going to run. I always tell everybody the first, but every once in a while, you're going to come in contact people who can't do the first like you do, or maybe it's like the 12th or something like that, and they want to start now. Great. Their auto ship will do better on the 15th. But the first, and to a lesser degree, the 15th, that's just not a billing date. That is your business's heartbeat. Okay. You can never, and I mean never, you can never build a predictable, stable, duplicatable business without AutoShip. Network marketing has really given AutoShip way before Netflix. We've been doing that. Other businesses are trying to catch up. I don't know how many of y'all bank with Capital One, but one of my banks is Capital One, and every couple of weeks or a month, I'll get an email that says, hey, refer your friends to Capital One and get $500 or something like that. Has anybody else seen that? Bank, thank you, Francine. You see it? Yeah. Companies are starting to try to be us. Okay, you go to walmart.com all the way at the bottom. Guess what's down there? The walmart.com affiliate program. What is that? You get a Walmart website, you put your website and your Facebook link. When people buy from Walmart, they'll give you sometimes 4% of certain things people buy. Best Buy got one, Mac Makeup got one, Target got one. Network marketing been doing that. People are trying to get into what we're already doing, and we're paying way more than they ever could because they got so much overhead. Okay, Amazon Prime, you can't even get Amazon Prime without AutoShip. You can't. They don't even give you the option. I wish we didn't have an option here. It's what it is. Oh, people are like, oh man, I don't want to do AutoShip. You got Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, Prime. What are you talking about? You do auto ship all the time. So I want to thank these other companies, okay, for making things that we already do seem super, super normal, because we've been doing it. So if your car note is due on a certain day, it might not be auto ship, but you better have that done. It's just how it is. Okay, so just under even T-Mobile, if you put your phone bill on auto ship, they'll give you a discount, a little $5 discount or whatever. Network marketing started that. Okay, so when we talk about posture and being proud, you got to really understand all the traditional businesses that you know and love and that people are proud of, that people don't think are scams or schemes. Trust and believe we started it. So when you have that energy and that posture, you know what the future is going to look like for network marketing. It's going to be the #1 business opportunity in the world, because Target and everybody else and their mama are trying to normalize it. So you're in the right place, you're in the right industry, right time, but buy smart. Your auto ship is your asset. You got to educate yourself, because the top 1% are lifelong students. Okay, product knowledge, knowing your product and knowing your product, understanding it, that's power. Understanding your pay plan and understanding how the money works and how the star bonuses work and how the SAT grid work and how if you move an order over here, you can get your teammate a $24 cycle, you can get a $24 cycle, and you get a check match. Like, understanding your compensation plan is power. Your personal growth and personal development, the videos you watch, the books you read, can't nobody take that knowledge away from you. The Zooms you're on, the events you attend, can't nobody take those memories from you. That posture, come be around some winners and watch. You can't lose that swag once you have it. I wish some of you could have known some of these leaders. I'm not gonna say the name. Some of the leaders 2 and 3 and 4 years ago. You wouldn't even recognize them. I wish you would have met Isaac Williams in Miramar in like 2019 to 2020. I wish you would have seen it. Okay, it's just the energy is different as you grow, but your personal growth is power for you, in the same way that your product knowledge is power, the same way that the compensation plan, knowing how to do it, that's power. Knowing how to do a presentation, or send the right video at the right time, that's powerful. You got to educate yourself. Having skills like inviting and closing, here's one of my favorite skills. It's called grit, G-R-I-T, grit. It means you're emotionally tough and you don't quit stuff. Grit. That's a skill. You can develop that toughness. That is powerful, but you have to educate yourself. If you don't get educated, you won't even know that emotional stability is important. You wouldn't even know, because you're going to become a collector. Yeah, tenacity, same word. I like that one better. Sydney, thank you. Tenacity. Tenacity. That is a skill. And once you acquire it, you become more powerful. When you learn how to do a presentation or send the right video at the right time, which is a presentation, you become more powerful. Okay. You're gonna become a magnet before you become a mentor. And when I say that, when I say magnet, you're gonna have to be a magnet for wisdom, for strategies, for mindset. You got to become a magnet for the things that make people great. All right, that separate one person from another person. It's the acquisition of those skills and abilities. Okay. Because when you're a learner, you're an earner. When you stop learning, your team stops growing. Nobody knows it all. Nobody will ever know it all. So all of us are continuing to learn. So the S stands obviously for sponsor to people. BEST, STP, sponsor to people. Yeah, hopefully y'all know by now that acronym has many catchy meanings and all of them work. Sponsor to people, speak to people, show the plan, show the presentation, serve the people, sign the people, support the people, all of that, it works. STP, sponsor to people, it's literally the heartbeat of your duplication. So if the 1st and the 15th is literally the heartbeat of your business, the STP, the sponsor to people, keep showing the plan until you sponsor two people. That is the heartbeat of duplication. It's not about sales. This part is hard, but people real concrete in the head with this one. Sales are going to happen in network marketing no matter what in our company, because we have amazing products and we love our products and we love for people to get help with our products. That is the first thing. That's why we teach hot market first. We teach you how to get product into the marketplace to just retail customers first. We teach that at every event for the last 6 years first. It's the number one thing you got to do. But once you make some money from that, some people get so excited about making money with sales, they forget that it's not about sales if you want to get to a certain income level. It is about conversations that convert and create culture. It's a certain type of conversation you have to learn to have about people's financial goals and dreams and the vision for their life. You got to have that type of conversation at some point, because you can continue to sell product forever. I have no problem with that. You're going to make hundreds and maybe even at some point thousands of dollars a month, maybe a couple thousand a month. And that's a lot. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of say, a lot of selling. But until your customers start duplicating and moving product to their markets, you'll never understand residual income. It's all you, because customers typically aren't on auto ship. They'll order once a month, twice a month. Sometimes they'll order once every 2 months. Real customers, I got real customers. They order when they run out if they think about it. That's just how customers are. If you get them rolling on Black Seed, they'll get that one consistently. And eventually your customers may become builders. But just understand, sales come first. Sales are important. But until you start having conversations that convert, okay, into distributorships and culture, you're not going to have residual income. You're just not going to have it. Okay, so just remember, sales are important. Always do that. Sales are first. But at some point, you got to focus on your recruiting. Okay, at some point, you have to focus on your recruiting, or else you won't have the residual income. I wish I could make it more clear. I wish it was different. It's simply not different. Okay, and the reason why that's hard is because people, when someone says, "Hey, Will, I'm selling product. Hey, I'm selling product. I don't want that product. I don't want to buy that product." If they say that, they didn't reject me, they rejected the product. Okay. But if I say, "I want you to lock arms with me, I think you'd be a good fit. I think we can go to the top and do some great things together. Let's build a team. Let's make the magic happen." And they say, "No, Will, I don't want to work with you. I'm good." They're not rejecting the product. They're rejecting me. So it hurts more. And people are trying to avoid that rejection. They're trying to avoid that hurt of rejecting you. They're telling you that they don't think you have what it takes to go to the top. They're telling you that when they tell you no and they reject you, they're telling you that they don't think you're going to make it. Because if you were guaranteed to make it, they'd be like, you Michael Jordan. I'm cool with being Scottie Pippen. I just want to win championships for my family. And it's that type of rejection. It shouldn't hurt you at this point. It should fuel you. It should fuel you to be, I can't never quit, because if I quit or I don't win or I don't apply myself and do my God-given best to do this business, that person's going to look back and say, I knew I shouldn't have joined them. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And you can't let that happen. You don't want egg on your face like that. Okay. So just understand, and you have all the tools here too. And it's never a rush. But at some point in your career, you got to go from, in the beginning, it's 100% retail. It just is. It's what it is. A little bit later, it's going to be 80% retail and selling products. Facebook, sell product, sell product. I'm all about it. I love it. Sell products. And 20% recruiting. And then a little bit later in your career, may take a while, it's going to be 80% recruiting and 20% product. And it typically stays there. I don't know anybody who just recruits and never sells any product ever. That's crazy. I don't even see top earners doing that. Top earners, we always going to sell something, because we hear so many people with health issues. We have Clarence who's doing a great job earlier on the call. We have so much we can help people with, but at some point, you got to get into 80% recruiting just long enough to find the two solid people, which brings us to the T in best, which is teach. It's the lost secret that never stopped working. You don't just teach people to train, you're teaching people, you're teaching people so you can free yourself. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. You're not just teaching people to train and create and help them become great, which that's the first level. The second level of teaching, you're teaching to transfer belief. I believe in these products. I believe in the pay plan. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is the lifestyle I'm building with this. Let's lock arms and do it together. You're teaching to transfer belief. When we go to an event and we do tons of great things with everybody, we're transferring belief. We're not spending thousands and thousands of dollars on free NBA tickets just because. We know you're going to have a great time at the game. We know you're going to have a blast. Everybody has fun when they hang out with us and our teams, because y'all are amazing. But we're transferring belief. You can do it too. No matter what country, age, gender, sex, none of that. Background, religious affiliation, anybody can do it if you understand how simple to keep the system. So you're teaching people so that you can free yourself. Because when you teach someone to teach someone else, that's when you're free. When you teach your two people, or three or four if you're lucky, but when you teach your two people to teach other people, that's when you're free. Teaching is the duplication domino that starts the dominoes falling to create the asset that pays you residual income. Okay, here's a quote from Don Fala, another one of my mentors. He passed away last year. Don's an incredible network marketing builder. This is something he said. He said, duplication is just education repeated through generations. Duplication is just education repeated through generations. You don't have to teach anything new. You just teach the same thing to the same people, teach them how to teach it, and then you teach the same thing somewhere else. Duplication is just education repeated through generations, and that's from Don Fala. Now, the products matter, and I love the fact that we have products that are literally world class. I love that. Alexandria Brighton, she formulated products for very small elite multimillionaire circles of really wealthy people. She formulated for them for decades. Okay, it wasn't until HBN that her products and formulations, not just the oils, because with other companies that was oils, but her superfood formulations and everything else got into the mainstream with HBN and then Go Desana. So her products are for everybody now, but they weren't always, and people don't know that about her. Paula has always been an amazing visionary in the area of product and pay plan, and she always creates with purpose and purity. If we can't get one ingredient for a product that's perfect and it tariff or it sells out or something happens, we just won't have that product. If it can't be literally the best of its kind in the world, one ingredient out of 80, nope, don't have that, Nope, not till we get it again. She don't half step with nothing. And that's why the results are so amazing. Okay. So you have the ability to give people health and wellness and weight loss, weight release breakthroughs while building wealth. And for the new people we have on a call, this might be one of your first calls. Do me a favor, if y'all have a good testimonial, my veterans who've been here a while, if you have a testimonial, just put a sentence about your testimonial in the chat, just so some of our new members and our guests who happen to be on the call live and can see the chat, just so they can see some of the stuff they can look forward to when they start using our products. It's very, very important. If you have a great testimony, just type one in the chat and we'll have the other ones tomorrow on Monday night. Miriam says allergies gone after 44 years. And Miriam live in Texas where I used to live. Them allergies is a beast until you get the right products into your life to help remedy that issue. Okay, Coach Seymour said he is off 39 medications and his kidney damage is reversed, not just stopped, reversed. Okay, Jessica says she doesn't have indigestion anymore because of black seed oil. Sydney says lavender ice you must have at all times for almost instant pain relief. I love it. Okay, Clarence Hubbard. Okay, pink grapefruit lost 30 pounds with our weight loss products. Amazing. Okay, Maxine says she lost some weight. Congratulations. I love it. Greta said black seed oil improved her eyes and her vision. Okay, so that's the last one we'll read for right now. If other ones in there, type them in and we'll read them a little later if we got time. But my point is this: those products are absolutely integrity. We don't have to, it don't have to be hype. It's integrity in a bottle. Just understand how good the stuff we is really have. And I highly recommend some of our new people who are on, go into that comment section and screenshot some of those. You can read them a little bit later. We got some, all right, I'll read a few more. Direct message, read a few more. Sure, I'll read a few more. Tiara Moore, Rockstar says, she was able to come off blood thinners and her lupus markers are gone. Not reduced, her lupus markers are gone. Thanks to Black Seed Oil, Healing Trilogy, and Berberine ACV. Wow. Wow. Gina Wilson, I can breathe essential oils and herb food. Love it. Love it. Sandra says her hairdresser always looks forward to her coming because of how much thicker her hair is. Same. Okay. Wow. Francine from Canada. Francine says black seed oil is what helped me to get walking again. Francine wasn't walking. I was walking with an issue and she is walking again because golly, let me do the last one. Here's Key. Oh, Key, what's up, Key? My big brother Keith on the call. Niuli and breath oil controls any respiratory issues he has ever had. Well done, bro. Well done. Well done. Okay. So yeah, we could read more. Here's the thing. We used to do that so much, we would read testimonials for the whole call. That's why Coach Marcus has the Monday night call, because it's the only company in the world that I've ever been a part of where we can read product and health testimonials for an hour straight and don't repeat the same one. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So so you have the play, but let's talk about these the new product kit. We'll wrap up with this. This is the last part of the call. Let's talk about this new product kit. I'm going to be talking about it tomorrow on the Facebook Live at 5:15. But let's just talk about it now. It's called the Gold Standard, Gold Standard Launch Kit or whatever they named it, but it's gold. That's the name of it, Gold Standard. And the reason why gold is not just, I really asked them, call it whatever they want, but I said, put gold somewhere in the title. And this is going to be a Go Desana kit. And I said, put gold in the title because gold is the Go Desana rank that makes the full matrix income go from 55,000 a month to over 100,000 a month. And I had to really make sure they understand that. And I said, Paula, we were texting back and forth, getting the titles together. And I said, I hope you're ready to cut them big checks because this is going to be a real big year for a lot of people. Maybe not everybody, but for a lot of people. And gold is the rank and go Desana that takes you from here to here. Thank you, Tommy. That 13th level, it's going to make the 14th and 15th easy. But the 13th level is the first level you actually got to really work for at Go Desana. You get the first 12 levels just for joining. The 13th level is what doubles your income. And so it's more than a starter kit for Go Desana. And we got a separate link for it that will drop in. They're going to have it posted tomorrow morning. It's a reset button for your business. It's a reset button for your lifestyle. It is going to be a kit that really is about duplication, lifestyle, and residual income. And why is that? Because with this particular kit, on the Go Desana side anyway, you don't have to be perfect. You just need to be proof that the system works. And because of how beautiful the gold standard launch kit is. It's very simple. I'll explain the products in a second. But because of it's so simple, you don't need to be a rock star. Between the best system like Coach Marcus is teaching every Saturday night and this particular kit, yes, we're going to get oils and all the fancy stuff, but for people who are looking to join your business, this is the easiest thing to promote to them because it doesn't require any education. Okay, and we'll talk more about that. But for example, soap. How much education do you really need on a bar of soap? You don't need a product training for a bar of soap. You see what I'm saying? Thank you, Jessica nailed it. Switch where you shop, right? So in order to really build a business around this particular kit, you don't need to be a rock star. And that should make people very happy. You don't need to be a TikTok influencer doing silly dances for pennies. You just need to be you. And this is one of the first kits I've ever seen in network marketing where in order to really make it work, you just need to be you and the people you're talking to just need to be themselves. So the first thing about understanding the gold standard starter kit is don't change. Well, how do I become successful with it? Just don't change. whatever you do, don't change that, okay? Because it's stuff that we're already using and everybody we know is already doing this. This is the first kit we've ever seen where no education is required, okay? Now, let's see. Oh, it's available on the site right now. Well, they might have dropped it early, Douglas. Cool, they might have dropped it early. All right, well, let's keep talking about it. We'll figure it out. It was supposed to come out tomorrow morning, maybe tonight. Good deal. I told them I was doing the training tonight. Maybe they got confused. Doesn't matter, but good. I got to go get mine now. All right. Now, here's the thing, because you just need to be you. You don't need to have charisma and you don't need the gift of gab to sponsor two serious people with this particular kit. It is quite literally soap. It is quite literally deodorant. It is quite literally laundry detergent. It is quite literally surface cleaner. Okay, I mean, and I don't talk about these products until I got them and used them. Notice that surface cleaner is so good, you may be just enjoying spraying things to clean them again. It smells good, it feels good, it cleans everything from windows, pet stuff. It is amazing. Thank you, Rhonda. You know, we had to get in the kit. Tooth powder. Tooth powder, okay? And listen, I did not understand the tooth powder until I actually started buying it and using it last year. Early last year. It is so much better and cleans your teeth so much better than a toothpaste because the pink Himalayan sea salt in it, the grains are going to scrub your teeth and literally like a Brillo pad, but a good one, scrub any film and nasty stuff off your teeth. Paste doesn't do that. It just moves it around. Okay? People who had gum disease and cavities and bad breath. I'm going to tell you right now, gum disease, cavities, and bad breath are caused by bacteria. Maxine says her dentist loves that she switched. Okay? So if you have bad breath, gum disease, puffy, inflamed gums, or cavities, that's caused from a certain type of bacteria. Do you know that the essential oils in here, the clove, the cinnamon, and such, kill specifically that type of bacteria? No toothpaste has those oils in it. All right, absolutely incredible product, and people are seeing the puffiness and redness in the gums and the bleeding gums go away. Literally tooth polish. It is incredible, okay? And we have other stuff too. Black seed oil. This is the greatest liquid multivitamin in the history of the world. And everybody is either taking a multivitamin, at least one, or they should be, okay? Black seed oil. And guess what? We have a video on YouTube for free where you can educate people on black seed oil even though they don't need it. Okay? It's the same thing with deodorant. You don't need education on this, but there's a video on that. Okay? And then you got to have some Align. Align is going to be in that kit. Well, why? Align is going to be the only product that they would have questions about. And we want them to have questions about Align. Why do we want to have a person who's saying, I'm using this, I'm doing that, but hey, what's this? What are you going to do when someone says, I know how to use deodorant, soap, the laundry detergent's amazing, but what's this? See, Miriam, you sent them the short video. There is a video on Align, and Align is the most visually impactful video that you can ever send about all the products we have. And so then they'll say, well, if that oil does that, let me know about some of these other oil. And that's how you hook it in there. It's on the YouTube channel, Rhonda. We will send you a link. Do not worry. We want everybody to have that video. Okay. So you don't need to be a rock star to get somebody to use this particular kit. You don't need to be a charismatic MLM multimillionaire guru, rock star, whatever, super galactic diamond commander. You don't need to be that to sponsor two people. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. This is regular stuff for regular people. Okay. Now, if you don't have to be a rock star to have enough posture to sell a kit and sponsor people, do you understand that the two people you get this kit to on a monthly basis, do you understand that they don't have to be rock stars too? They don't have to have 3 million friends on Instagram. They don't have to be special either. This is what it is. You don't have to be rich to afford 100 CV auto ship of stuff you already buy. You don't have to be a super recruiter. You don't have to sponsor 200 people to sponsor 2 people with laundry detergent kit. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do home meetings 6 nights a week like I used to do to sponsor 2 serious people. This is the easiest kit in the history of ever. The only thing you ever need to be is you. And if you stay plugged in and build smart, you'll find that it's more than enough. You are more than enough. With this particular kit, plus you're good. You going to the top. And the gold rank is what takes you to over $100,000 a month. And I don't talk about it if I don't think that, not just me, but I don't think several of you could actually do it. I think everybody could do it because it's 2 people with stuff they're already using. You're just taking the money from that and moving it over to better products. And they can definitely find 2 people to do it. So it's not, when I say that, I don't think that, it's not that I don't think everybody could do it. I know that everybody won't do it. And I wish it would. I wish it wasn't like that. I wish it wasn't like that. But I just know that some people ain't gonna make it. And the only person who decides whether or not you're one of those people is who? Who decides if you're gonna be one of the people that make it or not in network marketing? Who really makes that decision at the end of the day? It's gonna be you. Okay, so not only is that what the gold stands for, the gold rank that I want you to strive and achieve to, but the G in gold is going to stand for green organics. It's going to stand for green organics because we are going to have, listen, we are a brand loyal company. We are a brand loyal team. We love our brand. We love the green organics brand. And excuse me, and every empire is built on belief. And your belief starts off with the brand you represent. Yes, you will have a personal brand, but you need to be very, very proud and they're very, very excited to be able to represent the Green Organics brand. Green Organics is more than a company. It's literally a family and of all of us, okay? It's clean ingredients. We don't compromise on that. It's ethical products. It's a pay plan that can't be beat. It's products you want in your life and it's people you like hanging out with. And here's the thing. I saw one of these really great network marketing company. They closed last week, and then another one closed the week before that. And here's the thing: all of those reps were mad. Oh, the company closed. They did us dirty. I heard it. I hear it every year from all these companies. Okay, and this is what I would tell them: you can't expect the brand to fight for you if you won't fight for the brand. You can't expect Paula to continue to pay Kevin Thompson legal retainer, what corporate does every single month to make sure that Green Organics is running properly in the eyes of the FDA, the government, the FTC, and everybody else. You do understand why we never closed during COVID, and a lot of companies did, is because Paula had the legal assistance from Kevin to make sure that we were COVID compliant at the corporate office. She had to buy thermometers. They were sold out in Ohio. I had to go to a store in Texas, to a Mexican grocery store in Texas, buy 6 thermometers and overnight them to Paula so they could have, a true story, so they could have thermometers, because in Ohio at the time, part of the government was saying, if you're going to stay open as a company, you got to take your employees' temperature every, just craziness. It's so stupid, but that's what she had to do to keep it open, not for her, but for us. People don't, listen, You can't expect the brand to fight for you if you won't fight for the brand. Best way I can put it. So we all have our own personal brands because you're people, but at the same time, if anybody asks me, it's Green Organics. Coach Marcus, we had a t-shirt made on the back. One of them said HBN Online Asset Protection, and the other one I wore the other night says Go to Sana Online Asset Protection on the back. I love, love, love our brand. Okay. And here's the thing, you got to believe in the products and the company because you can't duplicate what you don't believe in. You can regurgitate stuff you don't believe in. You can just say it, but you can't duplicate what you don't believe in. And remember, you're not just switching stores, you're switching standards. These products are better. They're just better. This is better than any Centrum Silver multivitamin you could ever find in your life. Period. Okay? So they're not spending any money they're not already spending, but at the same time, they're switching standards. And it'll click. Do you know that the clove in the cash in clove soap, a lot of people don't know this, the essential oil, this is why this is the one I pick most months. I get several bars of this one in particular. The clove is one of only 3 essential oils that activate anti-aging pathways in your body, okay, by reversing, not only slowing aging down, but actually reversing aging based on a study done by not one, but 2 Harvard doctors. And I've referenced the study a lot on trainings. So clove essential oil, like the one in this soap, is the greatest anti-aging soap in the history. Nothing else comes close. And I did the research because I wanted to make sure I had it for you. So that's the reality of it. You're not just switching stores, you're switching standards. You're not asking people to spend more money. You're showing them how to spend smarter. Okay? This is my opinion. Switching stores to the way that we do to our higher level premium products is one of the most intelligent wealth moves a person can make. It's just one of the most intelligent things a person can do. If you're going to buy products, buy the best ones that don't cost you anything extra, and you get a free financial opportunity with it. It's not going to get me. And if people don't get that, I'm not saying they're not smart, but all right. So that's the G in gold. The O in gold, switching to the gold stand. I love that. The O it stands for ownership. The O in gold stands for ownership. The hobby hustler, the person in network marketing for 40 years with 20 different companies on their LinkedIn, the hobby hustler is not going to make it. I'm sorry. The hobby hustler is not going to make it. This is a business. This is your business, and you're making it work. This is not your sponsor's business. This is not the company's business. This is not your cousin's business, your mother's business, or the person who told you no. This is your business, and you're responsible for making it work, okay? You're the owner of a distribution company. It is your role as the owner to make sure that products are distributed into the marketplace to customers and virtual franchisees. This is your business. You want as many McDonald's in your area as possible, okay? So let that sink in. Every time a customer brushes their teeth and they get to running out of a product, every time they wash their clothes, take a black seed oil as a liquid multivitamin, you get paid if you've built the system to capture it. Because owners are going to take responsibility. Hobbyists are going to make excuses. So you got to kind of figure out which one you want. You want hope money, or do you want residual income? Because they're different. They're not the same. All right. Are you going to give casual effort like 70% of network marketers do? Or you're going to apply a legacy ownership level? And only you can answer that question, okay? Because here's something another mentor of mine, I got to call him back. He called me today. I got to call him back. Dale Calvert, another mentor of mine. Dale said this. He said, Will, your business will never grow beyond the belief that you actually own it. If you don't really believe you own it and this is your show that you got to run as the CEO, owner, and everything important, if you think this is your upline's business and it's their fault that you didn't hit whatever rank or make money, if you think that it's the customer fault, your business will never grow beyond your belief that you actually own it. I know I own it. Back against the wall, 10 toes down. I know this is my business and not only am I making it work, I have to make it work. I got a whole family. Like I have to, it's not even a choice. That's how owners do. That's why we'll drive 20 hours to a home meeting or to an event. That we'll figure out the way home once we get there. We just weird up in here. We weird in here. Owners are weird. And when you study owners in the industry, the Steve Jobs and all these other guys, the Jeff Bezoses, it's always these weird stories of, man, you might not have made it. There's always stories like that. Okay. Now the L in gold. So green organics is the G, ownership is the O. We're almost out of time. We're almost done. Thank y'all for sticking around. The L is for lifestyle. The L is for lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen. The L in the gold is for lifestyle. Daily use products equal daily pay for you. Okay. We don't push gimmicks. We don't push I saw another person with the methylene blue. Y'all, we were talking about that in the chat? The people that was taking that blue food dye like it was a nutritional supplement, and now all of the studies are coming back saying it's poison. Shocker. Shocker. We're so surprised. We ain't doing no patches. We ain't doing no gimmicks. We are moving daily use, high frequency, clean living, switch your store, switch your standard products that your customers would have bought else anyway. I don't have to convince you to add this to your, your monthly household budget. You need to start taking this blue stuff. What? You need to start adding, you need to get these patches. That's cool. You need to get these patches. They're like, that's not in the budget. Okay. Deodorant, tooth powder, surface spray, concentrated laundry detergent, body bars. The soap replaces the shampoo. How many people wash their hair with the body bars? I know I do. I can't be the only one. My hair, I be so proud. Y'all, I gotta tell him again. I'm just letting y'all know, just one more time. I was balding before I joined HB Go to Silent. Balding. I just need you to make sure that you understand I was experiencing male pattern baldness. You can see it in videos that I posted to YouTube back in 2019. I'm 6'4". You can't really see it unless you're tall or moving a certain way. I'm telling you right now, this incredible, luxurious head of hair, all of this was grown after 2019. All of it. Our body bars, and we had these back in 2019. Then we got rid of them for a long time and then got them back with Go to Silent. And then my hair grew again. So sometimes it's the anti-aging in there. This is the one I wash my hair with. I get 2 or 3 bars of this a month. You're gonna need, that's about right. It's amazing. Missy said she's watching a bunch of my videos. Yeah, Marcus was there. He saw it in 2019, and Marcus is really tall. So he saw the bald spot, and now it's just straight lock. Our product, and I was taking black seed oil and body. Okay, black seed oil. It reverses aging inside your body, just a FYI. So our products are so good, I don't even use shampoo. When I travel, I'll take one of our bars and put it in a Ziploc bag, and I travel with it. Okay, Charlotte, no, yeah, it is different now. And so we got the products that work, period, point blank in the story. Now, every one of these products, you can build $1 million business with that pays you $100,000 a year. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, every one of these products you can build $1 million business with, does over $1 million in volume a year, that pays you $100,000 a year. Now, when you put them all together in the kit and we build using the best system, you can make $100,000 a month. Okay, we talked about that at length on the call. But understand, if all you did was promote laundry detergent, you could build a 6-figure income. But every neighbor and every person in your zip code should at least know that you have a business. And you could build the business around customers, and then a few of those would become distributors, at least 2. And that's when you would see a blow up. You could make who's seen the guy on YouTube that built a 6-figure business just clean? His name is Kenny something. He was born on Halloween. He's the spray dude. He's amazing. He does all these viral YouTube videos. All he does is promote a cleaning product, and he just does cold marketing. Anybody ever seen him? Super hilarious, super funny. I forget his name, but he's the greatest salesman I done seen in dang near forever. I've been trying to find his contact info, because don't think one of y'all better find him before I do, because I'm recruiting him. I got to recruit this guy, right? You have to have that same level of passion for your products. If you want to build a six-figure business with just products, you can do it. But notice how fast. If you wanted to do just black seed oil, we have team members who have made over $100,000 a year, and this is all they promote. They're on our team. I know them personally. This is all they promote is one product. It's on their TikTok. That's the link. A product, that's their link. Black seed oil, and that's it. And these young ladies who have done that have made over $100,000 on an annual basis with one product, just one product. So every product we have individually can literally create you, any one of them can create you $100,000 a year annual income. Every one of them. However, together, you can make as much in a month as people make in a year. It can be done. Okay, just stick with us, all right? And here's the thing, I'll give you another quote. It's not from mine, from another one of my mentors. It's from Joseph Sugarman. And he said this, and he wasn't even in network marketing. He's in marketing. He wasn't even in network marketing. He's just like a marketing sales copy guy. You don't need to sell hard when the product is smart. You don't need to sell hard when the product is smart. Okay? Remember that. The last letter, and we're wrapping up, the D. The D in GOLD stands for, everybody knows it, duplication. It's duplication. Duplication network marketing is your real superpower. It's the difference between you and an affiliate marketer. An affiliate marketer that is a brand rep for Nike, that's awesome. They do go to Nike.com, they get a little link, somebody buys Nike shoes, and they get paid a 4% commission or 3% commission. There's no duplication, okay? Your duplication is your real network marketing superpower. The ability that you can say, hey, Francine, I'm promoting these products and this business opportunity. I want to come over in Canada and get a bunch of customers, and I want to sign up all the customers. Can you introduce some people? Because I want to get more customers and stuff for me in Canada. That wouldn't make a lot of sense to Francine. She might do it if she was just my really close friend, just because she has a good career doing whatever she does. But duplication is when I can say, Francine, I want you to get as many customers as you want. Let's get a couple of business builders and let's go to the top. You will enjoy it. And I have a vested interest in helping you get there. You need help? Let me know. You need phone calls? Let me know. You need to get some product samples? Hey, let me know. You need to come to Canada? Let's go. It's a whole different world when you have duplication, because that is people who are maybe just a little bit doing it just a little bit longer than you, okay? They have a vested interest in helping you win. The same way Coach Marcus had a vested interest in helping me win when I got here. Say, whatever you need, bro, I got you. Man, thanks. Thank you. The same way Coach Kim said when I first got here, Will, y'all need webinars? What you need? You need 3 or phone call? What you need? You need product training? Talk to me. They have a vested interest. It's not like that in corporate America. They don't want to see you win. It's not like that on a professional sports team. The starting quarterback don't want to help you. That's his job. But in network marketing, duplication is your superpower. And here it is about superpowers. 2 things. If it can't be duplicated, it don't belong in your business. Okay? Now, some of the really fancy stuff, like let's say, for example, some websites, right? Different websites, things like that. I love that stuff. The O stand for ownership, Janice, ownership, because you own your own business. If you got websites and you're creating websites and they're really, really shiny and fancy, they're not duplicatable as in everybody can't do them, but you can do the websites for your team. You can, I mean, you got to charge them if you got to get paid to do it, but it's still duplicatable. You can build a website, not for the whole company. They already got company websites, but you can build a special website for your team. You can duplicate that. So having a website that's different than a company website, if some teams do that, it is duplicatable. For that reason, somebody can do it, and because it's the internet, you can do it. Okay, posts are duplicatable. Scripts is duplicatable. All of this type of stuff, doing home meetings is duplicatable. All of that stuff people can do if they wanted to do. And so if it doesn't duplicate, it doesn't belong in your business. I don't know how else to put it that way, okay? Second thing, you're not here to be the hero. You're not here to be the hero. You don't need to be a hero to move products that people already use. But on a different level, you're not here to be the hero. You're here to create heroes. That's the duplication. Your goal is not to recruit hundreds and hundreds of people. Your goal is to sponsor at least 2 serious people and teach them what you know. That's it. How simple is that? That's the game. Don't complicate it. Teach your 2 people to switch stores and raise their standards on the products they allow into their home. Teach your 2 people to own the mission. Teach your 2 people to teach 2 people. And you'll notice that we're very repetitive with what we say and how we do things, because what is simple is easy to repeat. And what is repeated can be duplicated. Okay. What is repeated is also remembered. And what is remembered is repeated. Okay. Last quote, and we're done for the night. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is from Bob Crisp. Great quote here. Simple systems that duplicate build deep. Okay. Simple systems that duplicate build deep. And deep teams print checks. It's not the team where it's one person and they get 100 customers and 200 customers and the top of the leaderboard with 80,000 customers. That is customers. That's not a print check. That person is going to have to keep working. But when you have a team with simple system, just switch stores. Let's just switch literally. If I got to walk around your house with products, let's just switch stores. What's simple is easy to repeat. And what repeats can be duplicated multiple levels deep. And a deep team is better than a wide team, because a deep team prints checks even if you're not there. You don't want to be the hero. You don't want to be the Elvis or the Michael Jordan. They're not duplicatable. This is why there's never been another Elvis Presley. There's never been another Michael Jackson. The Chicago Bulls have not won another championship because there's no other Michael Jordan. You don't want to be the rock star. You want to be, if you're naturally that type of person, great. But most of us are not. Most of us are like divorced, remarried, thank goodness, but divorced, broke cops living check to check in Louisiana and was homeless twice. Most people, we got stories like that. So you don't have to be the Michael Jordan or the this or the that or the Celine Dion of network marketing to be great. Okay. Be you, add the products to what you're already doing, and help people switch stores and understand that it's one of the most intelligent things you can do. And one of the healthiest things you can do is switch stores. And by doing so, switch your standards on the products that you allow in your home and in your body. Okay. So that's the call. Ran about 10 minutes long, but hopefully the information was there. That kit is apparently live now in the back office, I'm being told. So grab one if you don't, just because you need to have the belief, okay, that you have that actual kit. If it's not in the budget right now because it's already late in the month for you, I totally get that. Do not start promoting it until you have one. I don't know how else to put that, because the energy, now if you already have all the products individually, it makes sense. But if you don't have this stuff yet, and you start telling people you need to get this, they're going to ask you, well, you using it how you like it? And if you don't have at least a personal, honest, integrity answer, yes, I use deodorant and I love it. Yes, I use the soap and I love it. Whatever bar you got in there, yes, I love it too. Like, if you can't say that honestly with integrity, just let it be your auto ship on January 1st or go to summer. And just get ready. Start reaching out to people, just checking on them. Hey, hope you had a great Mother's Day. Message them tomorrow. Don't pitch them on product. Don't talk about business. None of that. But let's operate with integrity. Let's operate with enthusiasm, and no other company is going to tell you that, because they just want to see volume. Just go buy stuff. Just go buy stuff. We don't do all that. If you got the products already, wait till next month when you run out, then get them in a kit. If you haven't used them already, please just operate with integrity and authenticity. The money will come. Don't worry about that. And when you do get the products, you're going to use them. You're going to love them, and then start promoting. It'll feel better, and you get way better results because your energy is going to be way more positive. It's just the right way to do it. All right. So you don't need to rush. We're going to be here. Okay. We love you. God bless y'all. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. And we will see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good night. You know, I just want to hang out with Kathy. You see Kathy smiling over there? I want to hang out with Kathy Gandy and them. Francine, I'm coming to Canada. We done been to Trinidad. We got to do Trinidad and Tobago. We got to come to Canada. I'm long overdue. They just happy as larks over there, and I'm jealous. All right, y'all have a good night. Love y'all. Thank you, Miriam. Thank Coach Marcus as well. And I will see you tomorrow night for the testimonial. And 5:15, we'll be doing a product training for customers in the Green Organics testimonial group. We'll be over there at 5:15. Okay. And thank you, Sydney. I see Sydney dropping them notes. Yep, don't in the call. Get that link from Sydney for the notes in the chat. If y'all don't get them notes, y'all gonna be mad. I'm giving